Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my part 2 on what if Asta had smoke magic. Know your faults. And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. When going back to the church, Asta and, were showing their grimoires to the priest and Sister Lily and the others. And Father Ozai was curious on Asta's grimoire is unique to any grimoire he'd ever seen. And Asta says, well, Father, I never used it either, but I think it's useful in very way. And Father Ozai says, alright, Asta, just be careful. I don't want my magic to be negated. Asta says, I never done that. And says, on Father Ozai's comment. Asta says, hey, stop picking on me! And getting a little annoyed, but it was a friendly talk back. But yeah, Asta was working on his speed for a very special day when Asta found a place that he could practice his concentration. He closes his eyes and breathes slowly, then sits down and says, alright, calm your heart, calm your breathing, sense something. But when he says that, a attack comes from out of nowhere, and Asta dodges. Huh? What the? And Asta sees a ice weapon, and Asta says, huh? Why is there ice? Asta looks closer with it. I never seen this weapon before. Seeing a star-like shaped weapon that was on the ground that is very concentrated of ice. And Asta looks around. Who the heck is attacking me? And then in the trees, there was a man that was wearing blue uniform and says,
how does he know the technique from the Lin Kuei? Nobody in the outside has never learned of it.
And Asta then says, alright, I think I gotta go. And the man in the trees says,
who is this boy? I never seen him before. It's no matter. I'm gonna take revenge for the man that killed my brother. I, Quiet Liang, will make sure the man gets what he deserves.
And Quiet Liang then teleports to a different place. And Asta and were going to the Magic Knight's entrance exam, and both went to there. And when doing that, they see swallowtails coming around and over the place. But when both Asta and, were walking, some of the swallowtails were leaving them, except for the big one. And the big swallowtail that lands on Asta's head. And some of the villagers were laughing a bit, but Asta then looked at the swallowtail. The big one. Well, this is interesting. And when going to touch it, he gets pecked. Oh, that's gonna be how it is, huh? Then Asta then uses smoke to wither up his head, blackening the swallowtail. And Asta says, how's that for you? And the swallowtail then rests up on it. And Asta says, hey, that ain't a bed, you big bird. And says, Asta, I think the bird just likes you for some reason. And Asta says, well, get it off of me. And says, I think it's funny. And Asta says, you will make it a joke. And smoke gets rising up from Asta's hair, and it goes all over the air, not making anybody have problems, but it makes it a little hard to see him. And says, Asta, don't make me wash you with the mask on. And Asta then cools down and says, nope, not doing that again. And don't call me a stink bug. And says, Whatever, Stag Beetle. Stag Beetle? Oh, stop calling me all those stupid bugs that stink for some reason. And they keep on bickering on that hilarious topic. And then they get into the entrance exam. And, well, the bird was off of Asta. Asta was doing the exams of what he can do with his grimoire. Creation, how well he can fly, combat. Asta gets on the broom and tries to fly with it. And it doesn't go up. But there is another way. And Asta then says, "Screw the broom!" Throwing the broom on the ground, and then creates his own flying with his smoke. And Asta says, "Now that's what I call freestyle." And the examiners then say he gets a moderate 30% on that. We're not using his broom. But Asta had better uses with his magic. Smoke magic allows him to make his head fly up with smoke. So he creates smoke out of his hand before Siggy tries to teach him the basics and try to humiliate him. And Asta was not taken. Then when Siggy tried to tell him how to shoot at it, Asta then throws a smoke and impacts on the wall and blowing it up. And Asta says, "Are you really trying to humiliate me now? This is just sad." Siggy says, "How dare you? Aha! Getting humiliated by this no magic brat." And then the combat situation. Siggy then tells Asta that you have to hit him once and he will lose. And Asta says, "Alright." And Siggy then creates his dome with his magic, protecting himself. And then Asta creates his blade and using finesse on his weapon. And Siggy then insult it. Ah, that is such a pitiful weapon. What can it really do with it? Are you gonna flick it at me? And Asta's hair then turns into smoke, blackening itself. And Asta cracks his neck and then creates a smoke ball and then throws it in the air. And Siggy then sees it, and Asta teleports up in the air and says, "Try this," and piercing it through the dome with one swing and coming down with enough force nearing Siggy's neck. And Asta says, "You lose." And Yuna smiles at Asta. The examiners and people were watching see the strength of what Asta did, cracking the ground from just on free falling in a stabbing position where it could obviously been force, how much force he put in. And some of the magic knights were very interested in Asta's anti-smoke magic, and this piqued their interest as well on how versatile and how strong he is. And then the examination of who's going to be in different guild, which Asta obviously gets the 1 star, and being in the Golden Dawn. And then we get to Asta, and there are 4 who raise their hands on Asta. There is the Black Bull's leader, Captain Yami, the Green Mantis, Jack the Ripper, Coral Peacock, Dorothy Unsworth, and Aqua Deer, Real Bias Mortar. And all 4 of them were not entirely arguing, well, except Jack, who wouldn't care much if Asta goes into his group or not. And there's Dorothy. She says that his magic is so creative. You can have almost anything coming out of there. You can probably have him go invisible. And Real says, That's exactly what I was thinking. And then Yami says, quiet down. Your chitter chatter is about ruining my mood out of this. Alright, but do you know how those weapons work? You never see a person using a weapon besides me. And Rill says, agree. I haven't seen many magic users that hold something like that. But man, he has so much creativity around it. And Dorothy says, fine, I will put my hand down, but I'm still amazed on his magic and what he can use with it. Rill agrees with Dorothy on this, and then Yami takes in Asta. Alright, and then Asta goes to Captain Yami, and Asta says, nice to meet you, Yami, sir. And then Yami looks at Asta. Your magic strange to me. And looking at it even closer, it's even stranger. And Asta says, huh? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And Yami says, question, why do you have a mask on? That's because I want to inhale the particle into it. And Yami says, you look dumb with it. And Asta says, answer me the question, aside the particles thing. Ow, 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 ow! You're tightening my head too tight! And while Yami and Asta are having this explaining, and Siki says, that boy really made a fool out of me. He won't get away with this. Was holding everything, was tricking. And then Yuna says, see, and Sig sees Yuna. You shouldn't be attacking my friend. If you want the bad impression in the group first. And Sig then backs off and withers like a coward he is. And then Yami shows the group in black bowls. And Asta was happy to meet all of them. Before failing a bit, then Yami crushes the door wall and making a crack and saying, hey, listen up! And then all of the black bowls look at him and see the new guy. And Asta then meets Magma. And Magma says, maybe hey, if you want to be in the black bowls, then you have to go into the recruitment and just show me what you can do. Which he obviously made it up, but Asta says, alright, let's do that. And then Magma sees Asta's hair flowing like smoke. And Magma says, your hair is smoke? That's just awesome! And Luck says, wow, he looks so unique. But what's with this tacky mask? And flickering his mask, and Asta says, it's just a very simple particle things. And Magma says, I don't buy it. Looking at it closer. And Asta says, shouldn't we do the recruitment soon? And Magma says, oh, we're going to do it. But I'm just wondering how you look without that mask. Because you look ugly. And Luck says, yeah, let me see. And then Vanessa says, let me see as well. And Asta says, let me go. Hey, wait a minute. And turning into smoke, getting out of the grass. Can we just do the recruitment soon? And Magma says, alright. If you're two not laying up, let's see, it's fine. And then Magma and Asta do the recruitment thing. And Magma throws a fireball at Asta, and Asta then cancel it out with his blade, slicing it into little pieces. And Magma says, oh, so that's what your magic can do. It can amplify my magic. And Asta says, are you ready? I'm getting started. And Magma says, alright, here's another. And then Yami looks at the weapon in his hand. That weapon Yami thinks it's fast and light, but how much does it weigh? It probably weighs like about a couple pounds. And then Magma then creates another fireball that was even faster. And Asta's having a hard time reacting to all Magma's fireballs, and that one would be impact. He touches it, so then Asta creates a smoke out of his hair, and then he creates a smoke out of his hand. Anti-smoke then dissolves the fireball that Magma made, and Magma says, "Holy heck! Now that's what I call a awesome magic that you have." And all of the Black Bulls were amazed on what Asta's magic can do and how skilled he is with it. And then Yami then noted, seems like he can embody some smoke around his body, or become smoke at will, so he can cover all bases of defense for anti-smoke. And then Yami says, "Alright, let's go. I'm going to take a deuce." Then Noel was watching Asta on what he can do and what he did on top of the hill. And Magma says, "Oh yeah, we also have that other rookie. You can meet her soon." And Asta says, "Alright." And going into his dorm, Asta thinks, "Man, this is just like a family that I was in the church." Asta smiles and then goes to sleep and says, "Alright, next day I'm going to be helping them out." Then we cut to the person that threw the ice shuriken at him and says, "Why? Where did that man go? I will not let the Lin Kuei be dishonored. You will pay, Scorpion!" While saying that, Ice trails behind him with all the rage in his body. Grass freezes up into little fickles of snow. And Kuai Liang says, "I, the new Sub-Zero, will get justice." And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe.